Ain't that about a bitch? I'm fucked up that I basically took one for the team and it may have just cost me my job. Real shitty the day that I go into work because my asshole of a friend doesn't fucking pick me up. That's the day that I may end up losing my own fucking job. After only 4 fucking days. 4 days. Yeah, please.
I don't have papers.
Oh, well, Anthony messaged me. I'm not too happy about what he had to fucking say.
What did he say? Well,
I completely forgot about stopping by to drop off the money, and my phone was on silent, and I only got 3 hours of sleep, and
well, did you say, well, are you coming over today?
yeah, I asked him if he was coming over today. He's like, I got something to do after work. I'm like, really, dude? And I'm sorry.
5 minutes.
No, he sat there and he's like, I'm sorry. I'm like, yeah, well, guess what I have to do now? What? I said, I can't even fucking walk and I have to pack up my shit from my own apartment and leave. He's like, I'm sorry. No, the fuck you're not. Click.
I should honestly call him and say it wouldn't hurt for you to take 5 minutes out of your time after work to drive over here really quick, drop off the money because we're needing it and we can get it back to you so that we pass our inspection. We helped you out, Anthony. More than once.
Please do. Please
Can you
do.
hold this while I grab my phone? Or no. Yeah.
No, walk in. I don't fucking care. We're getting Uncle Gene and Aunt Peg. No, just walk in with it. Aunt Peg and Uncle Gene are trying to see if they can't get us some cleaning supplies. Yeah.
If they can get us the cleaning supplies, that's all I need.
Yeah, well, I'm still needing either the weed, the oil, or the beer.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry. The reason why I'm saying beer too is so that I can get rid of this fucking pain.
Well, Anthony's at work though, right?
Yep, he sure is.
He still hasn't seen my message. I don't think. Oh, Wi-Fi's disconnected again.
That's why.
Ah.
Yeah, I tried calling you earlier to let you know that I was on my way out of the hospital.
Yeah, I just got your Tokens Purpose Live. Oh, he saw it.
Yeah, I can't fucking remember. I can't even remember the stream title to my own stream. I'm that irritated. So, what's up, Borderline? Love the video footage that you uploaded, especially with that new 1-800 Rent a Pimp #2 hotbox story. I loved it. Loved it, brother. It was hilarious. I ended up watching that before I ended up going live. What happened was is I ended up having to skate to work this morning because of my supposed coworker / friend who owes me $20. If you watch the video that I uploaded last night, you'd already be up to date. Which, knowing you, Borderline, you watch my videos too. He told me to meet him over at the 7-Eleven and Shell Station up in Burien at 3:00 this morning. Come 3:40, I was getting a text message from him because I'm Wi-Fi only, and I randomly connected to a open Wi-Fi up near the 7-Eleven. And he texted me telling me that he was already at work, that I'm going to have to skate to work. Got into a slight, I want to say, disagreement with the wife because she was tired and I was trying to get to work. Well, on my way to work, I ended up hopping off of my board from the road to get up onto the sidewalk. So I took a step off my board, went to hop up to the sidewalk, and my board was going too fast, and the nose of my board, which is right here, okay, ouch, like this is all old right there, but let's see, where is it? This scratch right there, right next to my fingernail, is new. I know my board is kind of sad. That scratch right there happened when my board ended up hitting the curb and it bounced up sideways to where the board was like this. It wasn't flat on the ground, it was sideways. And when I stepped off, I was getting ready to step up onto the sidewalk as well in the midst of grabbing my board. And when my board went sideways, I was in mid-step to step up to the sidewalk, and I had to overstep to try and miss my board, but I ended up hitting the side of the board with my ankle and twisted it. Come to find out, I have a severe sprain with several microfractures on the interior of my ankle. So I'm out of work for a week, if not two. Like the hospital, when I was up there, this is actually a first. The hospital asked me if I wanted to take some aspirin or ibuprofen, and I told them no. Valid point. Valid point. The borderline says could have been worse. He could have been hit by a car. Luckily, I wasn't. But see, here's the thing, though. I still went to work. Even though that I fucked up my ankle, I still went to work, and I was hobbling around the warehouse. It was slow this morning when I got there. I got maybe 3 hours in on the clock, and I didn't lift a single fucking box. I literally looked at Dan and I told him, Dan, are you wanting me to clock off because I'm not wanting to waste the company money? He's like, no, just stay clocked on. He's like, milk the clock for right now until we can use you. You know, and I ended up telling him, all right, well, I'm going to go into the warehouse. I'm going to go to the break room. I'm going to sit down, radio Jason to let him know where I'm at, so that if he needs me, he can come and get me. Since I didn't have my meds this morning as well, you know, I was in and out of the break room upstairs to go downstairs to the restroom. And my boss was noticing that while looking at the cameras. And Jason came and found me. He's like, you doing all right? I said, no, dude. I said, I honestly think I need to go and let Dan know that I need to take the day off because my ankle's hurting bad. I had the ACE bandage wrap. I had my shoe tightened down, you know, to try to, to compress my ankle, basically. Just try and stop the pain, and it didn't. So I ended up going out to the office, and I looked at Dan and I said, hey, Dan, I said, I think I need to take the day off. And this is the first time I actually ever had a manager say this to me. He looked at me and he said, I was actually going to suggest the same exact thing. You are hurting way too much. You look like you're in a lot of pain, and I don't need you getting hurt here at work. Well, tried to get to the bus, and I ended up collapsing on the ground, and I couldn't walk anymore. So I ended up calling 911. And when the paramedics arrived, I don't know how. Oh, I ended up signing into Xfinity Wi-Fi, the one that we have out here in Seattle, getting a free 1 hour pass because I can't remember my login information. But sat there and logged in after I called 911, and I called my wife and I told her that I was going to the hospital. And she was wondering what the fuck for, and I told her what happened, and the paramedics got there. They were in a good mood, surprisingly. I sat there and I complained to the paramedics about state medical, you know, how stupid it was, how stupid hospitals treat you, and I ended up going up to Valley Medical up in Renton. It's through UW Medicine. And let me tell you, going to this hospital has been the best experience I have ever had at any hospital whatsoever in my 10 years of living on the streets. Yeah, the shock wore off when I collapsed. Yeah. Um, so when that ended up happening, I ended up going into the hospital, and doctors were trying to laugh with me, trying to help me out, trying to keep me in a good mood because they could tell that I was irritated. They could tell that I was pissed off because I was missing a day of work, which was money in my pocket. They were all happy, hearing that I was housed after 10 years of living on the streets. All the doctors were proud of me. They were all giving me props. One of the doctors actually sat there, and I told him that I got housed, I got a new job. The doctor actually sat there and told me to keep doing me and to keep doing what I do best. And well, seems like I do this better than anything. So found out that I'm basically having to take a week to 2 weeks off of work because of this, and I'm waiting on hearing from my coworker on what my manager says. Because for as far as I know, I lost my job. Because I've only worked there for 4 days, and now this shit. I'm out of bud. I don't have any oil. I don't even have beer to try to help fucking dull the pain at all. Like, for me to just be able to stand up is a workout itself because of how bad my ankle hurts. So I'm just, I don't know. I'm irritated. I'm upset. I'm pissed off. I can't. Oh, there's my crutches. Yeah, I have to have crutches now. No, I literally don't know what to do. I stream, I don't ask for donations. I put my PayPal out there too, for if people feel like donating, but it just gets me nowhere. I've been streaming to Twitch for the last 7 years, on and off. I've had donations given to me through that, but not enough to do anything. Yeah, no, that's what I mean too, dude. That's what upsets me is that I don't want to lose this job. I've only been working there for today would have been my 4th day of working there, and I love it. I love working there. I mean, you can even sit there and ask my wife whenever I get home from work, what do I have to say about it? Nothing but positive things. Yeah, stupid shit happens at work, but you know what? I'm having fun. I'm enjoying work. I love work. There's nothing that can stop me from loving it. I see that. For some reason, I've just always loved warehouse work. Babe, can you go and grab my bomb?
Your bomb?
Yeah, I want to see if there's even a hit left in it. That's tobacco. Yeah, definitely, bro. Have a good day. Thank you for stopping in. I always love it when you stop in on my channel, brother. Much love, much appreciation. Good vibes. Oh, babe, I was getting complimented via the security guards
Okay.
for seeing how pissed off I was because I'm out of work for the next week to 2 weeks, and that I was just wanting to cuss up a storm right there in the middle of the hospital. One of the security guards actually asked me, "Why are you holding your composure? Why aren't you sitting here throwing a fucking fit, cussing up a storm, not giving a fuck who's around and who hears?" I said, because the last time that I did that, I was on the phone with my mother, and I was talking with her about something, another incident that happened and why I was at the hospital. And I said that I was going to end up smacking somebody by the end of the night. And there was a nurse that walked past and thought that I was talking about her. And she ended up calling the cops, making a report, and I ended up spending 30 days behind bars. 30 days behind bars in King County Jail for something that I didn't even do. That's all she wrote. Yeah, I put my PayPal out there, you guys, for y'all to see, and if you feel like donating out of the kindness of your hearts, But I'm just going to stop putting my PayPal out there because it's not doing me any good. I don't have the subscriber bases to be able to do it. I don't even know why I'm even doing this. I don't know. I guess just to be able to get my feelings out. I don't fucking know. Peace, love, and pot.